Welcome, Leo, to your weekly love reading for September 10th to the 16th of 2018. So just going to shuffle a little bit here. A double spread. We're going to do two. All right, for you. See what's going on with Leo in love for September 10th to the 16th of 2018. Okay. So we have you both. This is a change. I think Cancer may have had this. Cancer or no, Gemini. Gemini did have this as a change, moving on. So for some of you, this is letting go of a person, scenario, just a pattern of how you think and deal with somebody on an emotional level. So really trying your best to let go and possibly a renewal with somebody or an end so that you can be renewed and then you can open up to another person. So if you have experienced the loss of a loved one or will, that kind of energy could be there. Lots of healing to you as well, lots of love to them, and I hope you get through that. All right, so the person that's coming towards you, there is a new spark. So this is again the energy of a new passion, a newer person. Could be a fire sign for some, doesn't have to be, but I feel like this is a newer energy and there still needs to be some kind of change of realizing what's not working and realizing who might be better for you or better suited for you. So somebody wants a new beginning with you. What is your response? You might not be honest about how you feel with that person because some of you are still going through a process of renewal, of letting go and moving on. So I feel like that's what's holding some of you back. Even if you have somebody on the outside waiting, you're not willing to open up to someone new because there's that energy is still lingering, is still around. And even if that person, some of you, that person that you've dealt with from the past, they might want a new beginning with you, but you don't want it with them. But you don't tell them that completely, or they don't tell you that, in some way. So the energy is kind of crosswired. All right. What is the advice? So it tells you this is like an energy of where some of you may not be very feeling good. It tells you to let go of certain vices that you might have that brings you down. If it's smoking too much, if you drink too much, if you get into things that are quite heavy drug wise, it tells you to try to let these things go because it could really bring you down. And especially if you're dealing with a child that is or childlike ways, or dealing with a partner who brings out this energy of emotional insensitivity, insecurity, doubt. And if you're needing to just remove yourself from that particular personal scenario because you constantly break up, you get back together, you break up again, these kind of issues happen. So that could be part of the scenario that's going on. So just keep that in mind. It tells you to try to be happy or playful and connect with those that bring out that energy in you, and don't connect yourself with something that is not quite right for you. The outcome is movement. All right. I feel like this is a charge for where you do travel. Some of you might be taking a breather to get away from to heal in some way. Two, you might even get a car. You might even get in someone else's car, take a trip, a mini vacation, whatever it might be. But I feel like this is the energy of traveling either to see that particular person. It could be a new love interest and maybe having some fun with them, and maybe even drinking at times. It just depends there, but just keep an eye on that. Let's see. Clarify the Ace of Wands for the person, what they might be bringing towards you. Clarify the Ace of Wands. So yes, there is passion here. So there could be a new idea about a move or relocating or just having a good time around one another, and that's part of you getting to know that particular person and just trying to rearrange some energy. So there might even be conflict there, because when I'm adding the cards up, the 4 and the wand adds up to a 5. So there still could be conflict around you and the other person because you two are not able to be together intimately. That could be part of the obstacle because the energy is still so new and fresh. So I feel like that's some doubt creeping in, but some good things can happen. And to clarify the 7 of Swords for Leo. So you're not, again, when you're not happy with something or how something might be going, you're not really stating the case. You're not saying that you're not happy with how things might be, maybe to keep the peace or just to avoid getting into confrontation. But it tells you, if you're feeling that way, remove yourself from that situation, that person. Don't be afraid to move on or let go, because I feel like that's what needs to happen in order for things to really change and become much healthier. So that's going to be spread 1. We're going to look at spread 2. So spread 2, you're looking at here. Let's see for Leo. 10th to the 16th for 2018. Love. Okay. So you both, again, feeling broken in some way. So either a conflict around the home, feeling alone, just not really that close in some way for some of you. If you are dealing with an ex-partner, someone that you moved on from, or just not able to get close as you want to with somebody else financially or even emotionally. Now what they might be bringing towards you, that particular person is, you may be dealing with someone again who, for instance, I was about to say this with the first spread, but it's coming to me now, where you might feel like someone, yeah, they want to get closer to you, but it might be for sexual purposes. It might just be for that reason at this time. So some of you might be trying to figure out whether or not, you know, what they might be up to, what's the agenda, what is their true intentions towards you. So I feel like they might even be confused about how to say certain things. They might be holding things back, so they might not really express them. So just be careful and take things slow when it comes to the connection, because we already have the Five of Pentacles between both of you. So what is your response? So you are definitely healing. All right, you're trying to make sure that you don't say too much, because you might say things that you really regret. You're thinking about certain things that you've done with another person that could really be on your mind and could affect you in your new love relationship or opportunities with a particular person. So I feel like both of you might be healing from something from the past, and even though that spark is there, the connection is still it might seem like it's drifting apart rather than coming together completely right now. But just take your time and be patient. I feel like you're healing from something or someone. Your advice: have a good time. Again, the Four of Wands was a clarifying card when it came to what your partner might be bringing towards you. So this tells you to have a good time. Just try to party, even if it's not really partying. You know, accept invitations that might come to you, and just kind of either let your hair down or just do what you do to kind of surrender the need to get that instant gratification or clarity right away. Just have a good time. All right, now the outcome. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, which is an obstacle with this new passion or new spark or new person. So sometimes I consider this as a person energetically that could be still in your energy or another person's energy for some. So clarify the High Priestess in reverse for the person coming towards you. For Leo. So they are, I feel that person again, they're trying to let go of somebody or something. They even might be trying to let go of you for the meantime, even though they want to get closer. I feel like it's necessary for them to do so. Let's clarify that again. Clarify the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, so again, they are having issues, I feel, with opening up, and that's why I fit since when I did the number 5, where the conflict may have been coming between you two. So even being around that person, it brings about a lot of conflict, even though the passion or attraction might be there. So I feel like they might be even shedding tears, going through a lot of healing of their own, especially if this is an ex-partner or even someone new that you're dealing with. So I feel like they're not emotionally accessible completely to you right now. So in the meantime, I feel like you need to disconnect and have a good time in a way that you can. All right, so messages for Leo for September the 9th to 10th to the 16th. So flirt, it says to extend your lighthearted energies to others, especially if you are open to new possibilities, new potentials. And for some of you, that is just communicating, just being jovial, open, and expressive to other people. That does bring about a lot of good energy to you. So let's see, messages for Leo, September 10th to 16th. We have separation. It says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So definitely pulling back, going through a separation or divorce is on the cards, and some of you might be doing this because of emotional intensity and also financial insecurity or doubt. So keep that in mind. All right, lots of love, tons of healing vibes as well. Wish you the very best, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.